Today, whilst you are hopefully watching the incredible live event from Sydney with Geoffrey Robertson and his wonderful book, Who Owns History. So I thought, what better way to celebrate than to actually stand at the foot of the Acropolis at the base of the Parthenon with the book and in front of the museum to honour and celebrate exactly why Geoffrey is speaking today, why he wrote this book. It's an extraordinary story, and there is no better person to talk about it than Geoffrey Robertson. And of course, many incredible people have spoken on this issue before. Christopher Hitchens comes to mind, and many other incredible people. But Geoffrey has outlined the issue so well, meticulously researched in this book. And also now there is a Greek version of this incredible book. So it's high time that the Greek public were actually also able to read about the issue in a really in an academic and researched way. It's an important issue, and it's a long-standing issue, and it is unresolved. It is quite simply unresolved because the British Museum and the British government do not wish to resolve it. It has been that the Greek government and advocates around the world have been asking for the UK to do the morally right thing for 40 years, and it's just fallen on deaf ears. That the British do not wish to listen to this, to reason, to moral argument, and so it is time for Greece to stand up and fight for the. I've got some random guy here just yelling in his phone. Unbelievable. But anyway, it is time for the Greek government to step up and to consider not litigation necessarily, but a legal route, because the British quite simply do not listen. They do not care. They are not interested in giving them back. They say explicitly that they will not give them back. They say explicitly that Lord Elgin acquired them legally, which we all know is not true. There is no evidence for that. He's used bribery and corruption and used his this guy, oh my God, used his position, abused his power as the ambassador to the Ottoman Empire to bribe the officials and steal them, hack them off with chisels, with crowbars. It was an absolute act of wanton destruction, purely and simply for greed and glory, his own glory. And they only came into the British Museum because he had to sell them he was bankrupt basically, so he convinced the UK government to purchase the marbles from him, and there they've been in the British Museum for 200 years, and as I've said, and as we all know, the British Museum refused to give them back. They refused to discuss the issue. UNESCO has tried to mediate on behalf of the Greek government. The UK just simply refused mediation. They will not mediate. They will not listen. They will not come to the negotiating table, and of their own moral conviction, they will not change their position on this subject. And so Greece and the Greek government and the Greek museums and the Greek people and Philhellenes all around the world have been asking, pleading for them to morally do the right thing. And as I've said, as we all repeatedly know, it just falls on deaf ears because they simply are not interested in doing the morally right thing, which is to reunite the marbles in the extraordinary museum. I'm going to turn around because I'm quite literally in front of the Acropolis Museum. So in that gallery above me on the top floor is the Parthenon Gallery, where the other half of the Parthenon sculptures are situated, which were salvaged from the building. They were put in the new museum, purpose-built museum in the gallery on the top floor, which is aligned with the Acropolis facing it, 800 metres away. There they all are, and the remaining sculptures are in the British Museum, in not a purpose-built gallery, but in a thief-sponsored gallery in the British Museum. So they should be here behind me in the Acropolis Museum, reunited as one continuous frieze, which was the way they were the way they were conceived of by the great Phidias under the auspices of the great Pericles, who built organised for the Parthenon to be built in 2,500 years ago. It's an extraordinary building, and there is nothing like it in the world. It is unique. It is the pride. It is the pride of Greece. There are many things that Greek people and Greece is proud of, but the Parthenon is quite simply the pièce de résistance of Greek culture and the pinnacle of art in Western civilization. And half of this unbelievable frieze is missing. It is missing from Greece, stolen by a rogue, a minor lord who decided he wanted these sculptures to decorate his home in Scotland. So it is time. The British will not negotiate, will not give them back, will not do the right thing, will not do the morally correct thing, and so it is time for Greece to step up and assert their rights, their legal rights, and get legal redress, or at least initiate legal proceedings, so that the UK will understand that they are serious and they do not belong there, and it's time for them to come home. So I am so happy that hopefully you will all go out and buy this incredible book and read the story for yourselves. No one can explain it better than Jeffrey Robertson. And I will do another promotion on the Greek version of the book, which has just been released a month or two ago. And we are hopeful that there will be some progress on this issue, and with people like us and with your support around the world, we are just absolutely forged in our resolve to solve this problem on behalf of Greece, of the Greek people, of Philhellenes all around the world, art lovers, historians, everyone who understands that these sculptures must be reunited in Athens, in this wonderful gallery behind me, reunited as a whole frieze which narrates the story of ancient Athens, carved by the great Phidias 2,500 years ago. This is where they belong. And I'm just going to scan around one last time to remind you of our beautiful, beautiful Parthenon, our beautiful temple, and the sacred rock, which was just absolutely so incredible. 2,500 years ago, conceived and built by the ancient Athenians, and it's just an extraordinary sight. You cannot imagine what it's like until you stand up there in front of that building and realise, feel the spirit of ancient Greece. So I hope you will all get behind our efforts so we can reunite these extraordinary sculptures in Athens where they belong. And there you go, there's a couple of pop lights just behind me. So just to finish off my video, thank you all for your support, and look forward to working together to achieve our goals. Bye for now. Bye from Athens. Cheerio. Bye everyone. Greetings from Athens to all my friends and followers around the world. Thanks. Bye.